Hey guys, this is a quick update. A little bit of progress has been made since my last video a couple months ago. I've been really busy here lately with some family stuff, and also with building an airplane for a friend of mine. This is the upper terminus of part of the narrow gauge line, the branch line off the main complex. The bottom line down here will be where the main yard will be, and it'll circle around this curved wall here. This area here where the wall juts out, where I've got the plywood, is going to be a mountain helix type of setup. It's not really going to be a helix. It's going to have both return loops for each end of the main line, the standard gauge line, and then also sort of a helix climb for the narrow gauge to go up to the top end. The second terminus for the narrow gauge will be about a third of the way up that window right there on that wall. And of course the standard gauge will come on around back this direction and tie in over at this other first side. Here's the plan, rough sketch of the plan for the bottom deck. The main yard will be dual gauge. Part of this trackage that you see here going to the left will be dual gauge. Part of it will be just standard gauge. On the top side, going out the top, you'll see standard gauge and dual gauge, and it'll split off, and the dual gauge will start, or the narrow gauge will start climbing up the mountain. This is the upper deck, and you can see where it comes around and then comes back out on both sides for the narrow gauge branch line. And I'm also going to take you in this little short video downstairs to my regular shop, where I'll show you what I've been working on and what's kept me from working on the train. Okay, here I'm in the garage. This is the door that goes into the shop that I use to build my airplanes with. I do RC remote control airplanes, and right now I've been building one for a friend of mine in the club, and this is that airplane. It is a third scale Fokker D7. This is not all of the airplane, obviously. The tail's not on it. Obviously the engine and the prop's not on it. I'm working on the struts right now. Also the landing gear's not on it. But this is my shop that's actually built into the house. My wife was gracious enough to allow me to do that so that I could have a place to build when we moved into the new house. Some of my other airplanes, some other works going on. This airplane's probably going to be my last one that I work on, just so I can get back on the train. Anyway, hope you like it, and we'll talk to you later.